What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about, are Norwegians shy? Are you shy, Norwegians? Are you shy? I mean, shy is an interesting word to use. I think if you asked an average American what they think about Europeans or Norwegians specifically, they would say they're reserved, they're polite, but shy, I don't know about shy. I'm sure a Norwegian person would be willing to talk to me or help me if I had a question. And in that sense, that wouldn't be shy behavior, it'd just be kind of normal. It's kind of normal to be in public and not want strangers or too many weird interactions with people. You know, you want your personal space. It's the same in the United States. In America, people are a little shy in the sense that they don't want to just talk to everyone. You get some people who are very social and want to talk, but that's kind of rare, more rare. Anyway, I'm interested what Norwegians think about if Norwegians are shy, what they think about themselves, and maybe I'll learn something. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not true. I don't know. That's why I'm ready to learn. I'm ready. I'm ready. Are Norwegians shy? I don't know.
In this video, we are asking the people of Trondheim, Norway, are Norwegians shy?
Okay.
Nordmenn sjenerte?
Are Norwegians shy?
Ja. Jeg er
Yes.
Ja.
Yes.
Ja. I
Yes.
det store hele så er det vel det I forhold til
Wow, I mean, 3 people, and you get yes, yes, yes. I mean, I think that tells you something. The first 3 people are all like yes, although I'm still kind of curious what their definition of shy is a little bit, because you can be kind of antisocial without being shy, you know?
mange andre folkeslag. Jeg vil tro det.
Okay.
Jeg synes det.
Okay.
Ja og nei. Vi liker å gjemme oss bak at vi er genert, men når vi først slipper taket, så er vi veldig frempå. Ja.
Yeah, this is what I would expect. I think at first, this is just like normal people. At first, most Norwegians would probably be apprehensive or like a little shy, and then once they know you, once they understand that it's just a normal person, they're probably extremely friendly and talkative. So that's really similar to America, honestly.
Ja, jeg synes det, definitivt.
Oh, going back to what that guy said, I have heard that Norwegians can be very direct, very honest. Is that true?
De er veldig lukka, så det er litt sånn, de er veldig forsiktige da. Og
Okay.
de ofte venter på at andre skal ta første initiativ og slikt.
Okay, so he's basically saying that a lot of people in Norway are a little closed off, a little like, I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to a bunch of people, interact with people, which is certainly shy behavior. I'd think on average, Americans are probably pretty willing to talk to people, interact with people, certainly to state their opinion on stuff. That's for sure. So I guess there is a bit of a difference between Americans and Norwegians after all.
Har jeg inntrykk av.
Både ja og nei. Litt som jeg nevnte tidligere, den janteloven. Så vil jeg si at man skal ikke snakke med fremmede I heisen eller på bussen, men I en annen setting som I forelesning, eller når man trenger å spørre om noe, så man på en måte...
Huh. I mean, in America, there is certain culture and social customs where it's like, if you're alone with someone in an elevator, one of them might feel like they need to say hello or something to be kind or pleasant. There is kind of that expectation. So maybe that's kind of what she's getting at. In Norway, people are perfectly okay with not interacting, not feeling like they have to say something, unless they're like in school where it's more expected to talk and ask questions. So again, that is a difference between Norway and America.
Tilgjengelig. Ja. Eller ja, på fest. Det også kan jo for så vidt sies.
Yeah.
Ja, jeg vil si det.
Huh.
Generelt. Vi mer genert enn andre plasser.
Okay, I'm starting to think Norwegians are basically pretty open to saying that as a culture, they're shyer than other countries, which I actually totally understand. I think I relate to that more than a lot of the American culture, where you're expected to talk and stuff in a lot of situations and a lot of customs to ask how people are, and I think I actually relate more to the shyness and the just keeping your own personal space and just keeping to yourself kind of attitude as Norway. I like it. I like it.
Det spørs hvilken kontekst, men generelt når man møter folk, ja, nye folk.
Okay.
Nei, jeg vil ikke si de genert egentlig. Jeg vil si at de liker å holde ting for seg selv.
Yeah.
Så de på en måte venter til de blir godt kjent med deg før du får vite mer om dem. Og selv da i noen tilfeller så det sånn at de likevel ikke blir invitert hjem da, eller at man har det samholdet som man har i andre kulturer da.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the question I have, the distinction of there's shy and then there's just I'm not going to go out of my way to interact with a lot of people, but when I do, I'm not necessarily shy. I think that describes a lot of Norwegians.
Man kan si det. Jeg føler de mer genert enn amerikanerne.
Yeah. I agree with that, only because I think Americans are some of the most, especially in some cities, oh my gosh. I think in some cities in America, they are the least shy people on the planet. They are willing to yell at you, talk to you, say whatever to you, get in your personal space. So in some parts of America, I should have mentioned this, it's so different than others. Some parts of America you keep to yourself, but in big cities, people are not shy. It's crazy. It's pretty wild. People in America in cities are they will come up and talk to you, they'll say stuff, they'll pass by, they'll do whatever they want. So that's certainly the opposite of what I'm getting here from like Norwegian culture and cities and stuff. Yeah.
Av og til, kanskje. Det spørs hva sammenheng.
Ja.
Det jo noe som skiller dem veldig godt også fra andre land, da. At nordmenn veldig genert.
Okay. Okay.
Ja, veldig mange.
I think the majority of people here so far are perfectly okay saying, yeah, I think Norwegians are shy. I think a lot of them agree.
Genert, eller kanskje vi velger om vi vil være sosiale eller reservert i større grad enn jeg tror kanskje mange andre nasjonaliteter gjør.
Yes, that I think is a good analysis. That detail is correct.
Hva tror du grunnen til at nordmenn kan være litt generte?
What do you think is the reason for why Norwegians can be a little shy? I'm guessing just because Norwegians like their personal space and don't feel obligated to have to talk to people like Americans do.
Jeg tror at vi ikke vil plage hverandre.
Okay. I love that. Oh my gosh. Americans are perfectly okay with bothering people. That's one of the things that annoy me a lot about places in America. Americans will bother you. So, yeah, that's a difference.
Jeg vet ikke, det kanskje litt sånn oppdragelse og... Nei, Veldig vanskelig å si akkurat konkret hvorfor.
Okay.
Vi sitter vel på hver vår tue, vel, og det kaldt, og det øder, og du sitter og ser på TV. Det ikke så mye ute, det ikke det store kafélivet.
Okay.
Det ikke den der, det sosiale samholdet ikke så fremtredende. Det vel litt det.
So he's just saying a lot of people simply don't put themselves in social situations, but when a Norwegian is in a social situation, they're perfectly cool to talk and all that.
Nei, vi har jo så lite folketetthet at vi har liksom god plass til å bo alene.
Okay. Okay.
Nei, jeg tror det litt med historie. Kanskje litt oppvekst. Jeg har ikke noe sånn spesifikt svar, men ja.
A lot of them are kind of saying, I don't know, it's just kind of the way we are. Which is fine, it's just kind of the way the culture is.
Vi setter veldig den å være selvstendig veldig fremst, og at det en veldig stor ting for vår del. Og at hvis man på en måte skal komme og bryte inn andre sin intimzone, så vil det kanskje krenke selvstendigheten, og det derfor man på en måte helser veldig for seg selv.
Yeah, I really like that. I think what she's saying is a great point, where Norwegians don't want to bother each other, and they like having their own personal, just space for themselves. They're very independent. Norwegians grow up, and it's part of the culture that you're very independent, and you don't want to bother people and trouble people. And I think that's actually a really great attitude to have. You know, knowing when it's appropriate to bother someone and when it's appropriate to not, and just to keep to yourself and be respectful. I think that is great, but it's because it's so different than America. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're almost taught in America, like, if you need help or a question or something, go ask someone. And if you want to be polite, if you want to be liked, if you want people to like you in America, you're taught, be funny, talk, be the person who's talking and sharing their opinion, then everyone will like you. That's like an American's thought. It's very interesting, the difference.
Godt spørsmål. Jeg tror det har med bare kulturutvikling og hvordan ting har blitt. Jeg tror ikke det er noe ordentlig fasit på det. Det kan jo stamme fra at at vi kommer fra Nei, jeg har faktisk ikke bra svar på det, egentlig. Jeg vet ikke hva som det.
Yeah.
Stor frykt om å ta plass, vil jeg tro. Man vil ikke være potensiøs og tro at man så jæskla interessant og sånn da. Så jeg tror det mange som tenker det tryggere å heller spørre enn andre at de skal by på seg selv, enn at man uoppfordret byr på seg selv.
Wow, yeah. That's like the opposite of America, where Americans think it's cool to voice your opinion. They think it's cool to just talk about yourself, that people will be interested. Whereas in Norway, it's opposite. Norwegians are like, oh, I don't want to be pretentious. I don't want to just talk about myself. I don't think I'm that much more special than everyone else, that I deserve to just talk on about what I think. And I think that's very humble. I think that's very nice and a good, culture to have, honestly.
Nei, godt spørsmål. Jeg tror det handler om at nordmenn har den innstillingen på en måte at det vil ikke tiltrekke seg mye oppmerksomhet, og det vil ikke være til bry til andre.
Yeah.
Så hvis du på en måte holder korta litt inn til brystet og venter til det riktige øyeblikket, så går det bedre da. Så jeg tror det går på det, at man liksom tenker at man ikke skal plage andre.
Yeah.
Jeg tenker man kan si det fordi vi har den litt normen at vi skal ikke snakke med folk midt på gata, eller snakke med hverandre på bussen. Men jeg vil ikke si at vi så genert, som når vi med venner og sånn. Vi ikke så,
Right.
Da kan vi snakke med hverandre og sånn.
Right.
Jeg er litt usikker. Kanskje sånn historisk sett så har vi vært ganske isolert fra hverandre.
Eller ja.
A lot of the people in this video are like trying to think about like why are we shy? And a lot of them don't really know why, but I think that just means it's part of the upbringing, part of the culture of being raised in Norway. It's just like the way it is. That's the explanation.
Nei, jeg vet ikke.
Jeg vet ikke. Det kan jo være at de rett og slett ikke tør å hilse på nye mennesker, andre kulturer, og at det virker litt skremmende for dem, kanskje. Derfor de blir litt mer genert.
Okay. Yeah.
Tja, det kanskje klimaet det her nå som gjør oss kalde.
Oh.
Lite sosial trening.
What?
Hvor kommer
Interesting. So it's just like a lot of Norwegians have been like this their whole life, and it extends into when they're adults too.
du og dialekta di fra?
Where do you and your dialect come from? Oh, this is where do the people in this interview, where are they from in Norway?
Jeg kommer fra Ås i Akershus, litt sør for Oslo.
Okay.
Jeg fra Bergen.
Østfold.
I like to look at the map in the upper right-hand corner just to see how diverse the people in these interviews are, to see if it's representative of all of Norway.
Østfold, Sarpsborg.
Jeg kommer fra Munkvoll i Trondheim, og dialekten
Okay.
kommer fra Munkvoll på Trondheim.
More north?
Det er Byåsen, da. Der er jeg født og oppvokst.
Meg og dialekten min. Godt spørsmål. For da jeg var liten, så bodde jeg i Etiopia.
Huh.
Og så når jeg kom til Norge, så begynte jeg en klasse hvor jeg var den norske gutten. Så jeg er litt sånn blandet, litt forvirret trøndersk,
Huh.
vil jeg si. Ja.
Interesting.
Okay. Ja.
Altså, jeg er født og oppvokst her i Trøndelag, men mora mi er fra Sørlandet, så jeg snakket normalisert bokmål fram til jeg gikk på ungdomsskolen, og etter det har min dialekt blitt mer og mer litt trønder.
I'm still not totally clear on what the Norwegian dialects mean and what they are, but I assume it means sort of a slight variation in the language and way of talking. But it's quite interesting. I'm going to have to learn about that at some point.
Jeg kommer fra Tromsø, og dialekten min er fra Tromsø.
Jeg er fra Østlandet, og inni Østlandet igjen så har vi mange ulike fylker, så jeg...
Because in America, we don't really have... we wouldn't call it a dialect in America. I don't know if we have any kind of equivalent to that word.
Jeg er fra Vestfold og Telemark, så det er ikke den fineste dialekta, men den er ganske nær den offisielle, da, bokmåls. Det ligner på den muntlige delen av den skriftlige, altså bokmål.
Jeg kommer fra Skien, så min dialekt er grenlandsdialekt, men den høres veldig østlending ut, så det er ikke så lett å høre forskjell.
Jeg kommer fra litt sørafor Trondheim. Melhus heter det. Men
I don't see a lot of people coming from the very northern part of Norway. Not many people at all.
jeg personlig har da studert her i Trondheim en liten stund, og blitt veldig påvirket av bokmål. Så
Okay.
ja, jeg snakker veldig fint trøndersk, ville flere ha sagt da.
Trøndersk.
Jeg kommer fra Sandane i Sogn og Fjordane, eller Vestland fylke som det heter nå.
Jeg kommer fra Brasil opprinnelig, men jeg har bodd i Norge i 10 år. Og da bodde jeg på en plass som heter for Orkanger. Det er kanskje 3 kvarter fra Trondheim. Og der snakker folk litt mer bredt da. Så det er der jeg har dialekten min fra. Oppdalsdialekt.
Yes. Jeg er oppvokst i Bærum. Jeg har vært i Trondheim i 39 år, så det er en liten miks.
Jeg er fra en kommune som heter Meløy. 12 mil
There we go. A little more north.
I Nordland fylke.
That concludes this video. If you enjoyed it
Wow.
and you would...
Wow, that's interesting. Wow. That was by Simple Norwegian. I liked that. Huh. That was actually pretty interesting. I think what I got out of it was, well, first of all, Norwegians certainly do view themselves as shy, socially reserved. They don't want to bother people. they like to keep to themselves, but when put into situations where it's appropriate to talk, and with their friends or in school, they're perfectly willing to talk and converse and all of that. And heck, they were all taking part in this video. They were all talking for the interview in this video. So they were all willing to have a stranger come up to them and ask them questions. So they can't be that shy, you know, if they're willing to do that. I do think it's very, very different than the United States, that Americans are, on average, pretty willing to talk. A lot of people, if they don't want to talk, they'll wear headphones or not make eye contact, and then you kind of know, oh, they probably don't want to be bothered. But the more you go into major cities, the more people will, just do crazy stuff, to put it simply. They'll say stuff, they'll try to sell you stuff, they'll ask you questions, they'll just do stuff to be weird. And yeah, America can get pretty crazy. I don't know if there's any places like that in Norway, but the major cities in America can get pretty crazy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to leave a comment or give it a like. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me react to more more things about Norway, Norwegian culture, more stuff that I've never seen before in Norway, feel free to subscribe for more. Until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.